Hello. This time I am going to start painting the alphabet. So that'll be a long process. But I decided to do everybody's initials or monogram or everybody's first letter or whatever letter you like. And I'm going to decorate them with florals. Now, what I did to start was I printed out the alphabet on regular printer paper, and I'm taking a piece of carbon paper or copy paper, tracing paper, and on multimedia cardstock, I feel a sneeze coming on. Uh-oh. Oh, here it comes. Oh, excuse me. Okay. My goodness. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the carbon side down, or the darker side, right onto my paper. And then I'm going to center my A, or I can put it crooked if I want. But I am going to center it. Center-ish. And then I'm going to trace it. Let me get a different color so I know where I started. And this is good tracing paper too, so I'm not going to push very hard. And it doesn't have to have super straight lines, because if the flowers go over the lines, that would be ideal. And there is that. You can see that. So now it's just a matter of getting my paints and deciding where I'm going to put things and exactly what flowers I'm going to paint. Okay, so I have decided to paint my A phthalo blue. Some white going here. I have phthalo blue, and now I'm just adding white, just to bring it up a little bit. I'm going to do the letters like A. What kind of colors can you come up with? So I've decided to go with apricot. And we can come up with some really pretty florals. So I'm going to get some white and some of the apricot color I just made. And I'm going to work that into my brush like this. Just go back and forth. White and apricot. Start right down here. All right, let me zoom you in. Now, what I'm going to do is I'll show you the basic strokes on a flower. And then once I've showed you, I'll speed up. Okay? So I'm going to start with a rose. Darker color towards the inside of the rose. Now, what I'm going to do is kind of like a U-shaped, a wiggle wiggle. Let me show you how that goes. So I'm going to cover this corner because there's a little doohickey that goes out there. So I'm going to come down on the chisel. I'm going to come up. And I'm going to wiggle. And then I'm going to come back down. See the U shape? Can you see that? Now, you're going to also see me go over the same stroke over again, and that's to make sure that there is enough color on it to my liking. Come up, wiggle, 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 come back down, just like that. I'm going to go around and go around in a circle, okay? So I'm going to speed it up for you, and then I'll get back to you when it's time to do the middle. Okay, so now I'm going to create the center of the flower. Now, how I'm going to do that is I'm going to basically just do a U. So, I come down on the chisel, and I make a U shape. Now, I'm going to close the U. I'm going to start here, and I'm going to come down and to the other side. Now, I've suddenly closed my flower in the center. Now I've got to fill it in a little bit. So I'm going to come on the chisel right next to the center. I'm going to lean my brush back and then pull it to the center. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm right here, lean it the other way, and now just pull it to the center. Now I'm just going to fill these leaves in just like that. Same thing. See? And then you can add these if you don't like that, just like that. So there is my first rose. So I'm going to make a few more of these. So I'm going to zoom you out a little. couple of rose leaves. Get you in right here. Okay. You're stuck. Flower, come off. Don't have any nails anymore. I'm going to load my brush the same way with red and green. I mean, the light green and dark green. I don't know how that happened. Red and green, seriously. Okay. I've got to do it the other way. Do it this way. Okay, are you guys in? Yep, okay. So I like to do my leaf where you start on the chisel, you pull, jiggle, 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 twist, come to a point. Then I turn my brush around. Now you don't have to, but I like to. Start at the tip, you pull down, twist outward, jiggle, 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 and then pull to your stopping point. You want to see that again? Okay. Reloaded my brush. Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. Pull to a point. Turn your brush around. Pull. Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. See? Just like that. Isn't that cool? It looks dimensional, doesn't it? Okay. So, I'm going to start adding leaves, my friends. I don't think I hit record last time, so I'm adding these little purple flowers in there. So I've got two different purples. I have a shift change and a regular purple. And I've got the shift change on one side and the regular purple on the other. And I'm just going to set down on the chisel, lean towards me, and then pull. I'm going to set down on the chisel, lean towards me, and pull. Now I'm going to use the same stroke, and I'm going to make orange daisies. So it'll tie in the orange, and I've got orange already. So the same stroke I just did will make little daisies. So let's do that. I'm just going to use orange paint, just orange, any kind of orange you want, light orange, dark orange. Now you can make a dot. Let's put a dot right there. Okay. Let's zoom in on that dot. There's that dot. Now a lot of folks find it really easy. So let's do a petal first. We're going to lay down on the chisel. We're going to lean towards me, and we're going to lift up towards the dot. Okay. Now a lot of people find it easy to do 12, 6, 9, and 3 o'clock. And then all you have to do is fill it in. See, just like that. Don't these colors look great on this blue? Okay, so there's one daisy. Isn't it as simple? Now I'll show you how to do the centers in a minute. I have a small scruffy brush, and you can make a scruffy brush out of an old brush that you don't use, and you just cut it short, and then it's a scruffy brush. Just cut it short. So, let's see, can you see what I'm doing over here on my palette? Okay, so I'm going to take yellow, and purple. And load it halfway on the brush, just like that. Okay. And let's come to the daisy in the center here. Okay. Now, I think I want the lighting for this, of course, to come from, well, let's see, we've got the light side. It's like everywhere. Okay. So we're going to just put it on the top. So I'm just going to set the scruffy brush here. Now I'm just going to go in like a half circle type deal. And I'm just going to keep tapping. And what's going to happen is it's going to blend. And kind of give you a natural center. Can you see that? I don't know if you did see that. So let me do it again. Now we're just going to tap in a half circle. Big up here, sorry, big on the bottom. Okay. See how that looks rounded? Isn't that cool? Okay, so now I'm thinking of tulips. What about let's see, orange and purple do make brown. So add a little of this in there. so let's say this is the baseline of the flower. So that's where you're going to start all the time. And you're just going to stand on the chisel. You're going to come up, do a little bump, come up, circle around, and come back down to your starting point. Okay, let's do that again. Floating medium. This is floating medium. This helps your paint glide over dry surfaces like canvases and paper. And it won't turn your paints muddy like water does. So I'm pretty much almost finished with this. I just have one more thing to do. Let's sign it. There we go. So there are, I did dribble along the outer edges of the letter. I don't know, I don't have the same color as the paper, but that's okay because I'm going to bring it into a program on my computer and remove the background. So all this will be gone, and then upload it onto one of my websites so that you can add it to a t-shirt or a mask or a cup or whatever those things. I'll put the link down below. I don't know if I'm allowed to say it. Redbubble? Am I allowed to say Redbubble? I think so. So they have some pretty neat stuff. If you want to see this letter on any products, the link is down below. I appreciate you watching. I hope you have